So, welcome to the Stonerpreneur Show. This is a show where we try to break the 420 stigma. And today we have a special guest. We have a father, a HBCU alum, a cannabis advocate, and an African American entrepreneur in the cannabis space. Today we have Tez. Tell everybody about yourself.
Hey, well, I mean, you did a good job introducing me. Sound like you did a little homework. That's what's up. But yeah, everybody, my name is Tez, aka Tezlato in the cannabis community. But yeah, like Alyssa said, I'm all of those things and more. But yeah, I appreciate you having me on.
Yes, I wanted to get you on. Literally, as soon as I told my dad that I had this concept, you were the first person that he suggested. He was like, I know this guy. He has this cool brand, and you need to get him on. And I was like, okay. So for y'all that don't know, we've been going a little back and forth, but we got y'all on now. So we're excited to hear about you and your business. So I did get to read up on you. I did a little bit of research. So tell me about your business and how you kind of got started in the hemp organic rolling paper space.
Yeah, so Sessions Lifestyle Company, that's my current project that I'm working with right now. It's our lifestyle brand. Our hemp rolling papers are our flagship product. And it started off as a Tumblr blog in 2011 during college with my best friend Tom. And it was kind of our, I guess you could say, way that we documented our cannabis or stoner adventures in college. So we went to school in a very conservative place in South Carolina. So it was really shunned for people to be smoking and like being open with cannabis use and things like that. But all of the cannabis folks, as we always do, we started to get together and things like that. So we just kind of coined the phrase sessions amongst all of our friends. And that was kind of like code word for just saying we were going to go smoke and blaze up and things like that. So it just really turned into like a social circle of people. And then years later down the line, we started the brand, and we've always smoked rolling papers throughout our college career. And now we were really steadfast on only smoking papers. So we just wanted our own paper brand. And we all Black owned, HBCU grad owned. So like we really trying to offer diversity to the space. Rolling paper industry is about, I think it's like a 600 million or $1 billion industry when we're just looking at it overall. There is occupied by few small legacy players, namely like Raw Rolling Papers, and then we have OCB, and then companies like Zigzag. Those are like three of the main players in the space, and they own multiple brands within the space. So even if you're shopping with different brands like a Blazy Susan or a Raw or Elements Paper, you're really still buying from one parent company, which is Raw. They own all three of those brands. So we want to offer diversity. We want to offer just a small boutique brand, and yeah, just be active in the community and show diversity in cannabis.
That sounds like a pretty cool journey. What was it like actually finding your source for your papers? Because I know, as you just mentioned, you're trying to find some diversity, not have the same manufacturer. So, what was that process like?
So it was very tedious doing a lot of work as far as research online, since it's hard to get in contact with manufacturers since we're so far away, because most manufacturing is based out of the United States for the most part. So interfacing with people of different ethnicities and from different backgrounds is kind of hard with the language barrier and things like that. But I mean, after I found the particular manufacturer that I'm working with, they make things a lot easier. Their team is really on top of it. So I'm glad that I found them. But yeah, it was a bit of a process.
Okay. And then, other than the blogs and the current rolling papers that you have, what other things, either with Session or otherwise, have you gotten into entrepreneurial wise?
So just as far as sessions, I started a podcast here at Community Love. We did our first season, and we looking to come back to our second season. We just had a bit of a change there, and we're trying to get back to the podcast. But sessions of podcast where we chill, we build some more shit. That was our slogan, and yeah, it was just one of those just another podcast, cannabis focus oriented, and just trying to get out into the cannabis community as well. As far as other business ventures that I'm involved in, we have our flower brand. It's called Show Me Exotics that we've been prototyping. So we're trying to get ready for the legal cannabis market. The bill for that actually just went to the governor, so we'll see if we'll be rolling out a retail cannabis space or cannabis industry here in Virginia by next May in 2025. But besides that, I'm always growing, so looking to start a seed company also as well, and probably get into like more merchandising and things like that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. As far as Sessions is concerned, we do have the Home Fresh Rentals. We have a rental equipment equipment rental business called Home Fresh Rentals, and we rent specialty equipment for like growers and other cultivators and things like that. So if you need to trim your bud, cure your bud and dry it and things like that, we sell all the necessary equipment to help you out post harvest. So yeah.
That's pretty innovative. I haven't heard anyone at all ever say anything about renting out products to people that can help them grow or harvest their products. That's pretty cool. So,
Thanks.
I also read that you're not from Virginia, so you actually moved here, and I saw that legalization kind of played a factor in that. So, what was going through your mind when you were making those decisions, or what are some things that you thought about during that process?
Yeah, so originally I moved here to just get a new beginning as far as family and things like that. And when the legalization came around, it definitely played a part of me sticking here, just because I've always wanted to live in a place that was cannabis friendly. Was tired of the stigma and just the stereotypes, and just happened to be or just keep a large part of myself a secret. So that's one of the reasons that made me stay here and stick with it, because there's not a lot of places that offer like a legal cannabis scene or whatnot. So yeah, I just like the fact that we can definitely grow here legally. We can smoke and everything's all good, and that it's actually a new industry rolling out here. So the fact that everything's not totally legalized, it's good for people who want to get in the industry on the ground floor, because it's a lot of upward potential and things like that. So I'm looking forward to that as well, like the employment opportunities and business opportunities as well. I do definitely plan on owning the cannabis business here and applying for a license. So just everybody who's watching, wish me luck. And if you see anything in your community that says Sessions, make sure you support it.
Yes, yes. And I wish you luck with all of those ventures. So I have one last question for you. When it comes to cannabis and kind of the rolling paper industry and kind of everything that you've been through with your experience, what would be your suggestion to somebody who's just hopping into the cannabis industry, or someone who consumes that kind of hears, cannabis people are lazy, or that the legal part of it's shaky, so don't get into it? What do you think?
As far as breaking the stigma of like all of the normal stoner stereotypes, I would say that people who want to get involved with the industry and see themselves in the industry, what they have to do is start telling their story, being open and honest, and just living in their truths, because it seems like a lot of times that's where the spotlight goes, is towards everybody who fits the normal stoner stereotypes, just because there's like a bias already against cannabis. So in order for us to break those things down, we definitely have to show just diversity in the cannabis community and show the different types of people, and just kind of get that normalization going. So yes, everybody who's out there, if you want to be in cannabis, just tell your story, show people how different you are, show people how much you're not the actual normal lazy stoner stereotype, and we can get more eyes on us, and it'll definitely have a positive impact. And then also, as far as just people who want to be in the business side of things, I would say first learn about the plant before you get into anything as far as a business is concerned. Industry wise, just learn the plant, like learn about the plant's life cycle, learn about the chemical makeup of the plants, the actual byproducts of the plants, rather than just, the buds and edibles. There's a lot of different things that we can do with the plant. There's a lot of benefits that the plant have for people, both medically, therapeutically, and the environment overall. So just kind of get in tune with the actual plant, and then that'll give you a more holistic approach to the actual industry, and you can start to see where you may belong or where you may want to get into in the future.
That's some very good advice. So you heard it here first from Tezlato. Make sure y'all know y'all stuff. Don't just hop in here. Don't just hop off the porch and don't know anything, especially when it comes to all this legal stuff. And especially if you are sharing it, you don't want to get anyone sick. So watch out. Where can the people find you? Where can they get in contact with you?
Oh yeah, follow me on all social media platforms at Tezlato. You can find us on Instagram at sessions.co, on Facebook, Sessions Lifestyle Company, TikTok, Sessions Lifestyle Company. Go to www.sessionslifestyle.com to shop the S1 rolling papers. Please support. But yeah, if you want to look up the podcast, definitely tap the link in my bio on my IG. And yeah, feel free to send me a DM or whatnot. Reach out to me. I love hearing from the people in the community and giving advice and all of that good stuff. So, but thank you for having me on.
Yes, thank you.